found a way to pick it up, find their momentum, kind of come together as a team.
Considering that this is a do or die game, if you lose, you go home.
Absolutely, I think we're going to see a lot of quick changes here.
Go home.
Absolutely, I think we're going to see a lot of quick changes here. Going to be a face-off right in front of that other
of the puck, but Plymouth South is by
getting in the way and causing a commotion.
Face-off to the left of the crease here. And 16 seconds on the clock. Still scoreless in this first period. Hustles there, and he gets the puck, and he scares Fasulo a little bit. Shot is up.
Oh!
Little bit of a... Takes it out the middle.
Hand swim!
But even when they do get that cushion, they lose the fire, so maybe they don't want it. When they do get that cushion, they lose the fire, so maybe they don't want it. Shot is
a lot of tripping. And
Landon Connor's going to take the face-off at 5.
Knocked each other down.
Landon Connor's going to take it, and Plymouth's going to win it. Quick shot, deflected off the stick of close ice to the right of this.
Just a full one.
You're going to see Nathan Dono and McDermott coming out on the ice. At close ice to the left of this Plymouth.
This is Nathan
crease.
Dono on it for Auburn.
Puck is at a stalemate, but Plymouth's going to win it. Welcome back to period 3 of the Sweet 16 Auburn Rockets versus Plymouth South Panthers. Student section gets up as the music comes on to welcome the Rockets.
That was like a graceful rise up of them.
All right, both teams are back out. We're about to start your third period. I'm so sorry, third period momentarily. Hopefully, Auburn head coach Glenn Bombard gave them a good pep talk and got them fired up, because if they don't dial it in and slow their roll, they're moving too fast, and they're not setting up good solid plays that'll get them points. But hopefully they can figure it out, or else they might not make it.
I know. I was gonna say, I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
I don't know,
but you can't keep relying on Ethan LaPlante forever. Especially considering that they couldn't get the puck out of their own zone.
I know. That was a bit of a struggle there.
That was a rough, 4 minutes.
A little worrying.
They couldn't get it out of their zone. Just momentarily, we're going to start the third period. I think if they can score in this third period, the next person to score, they're gonna shift this momentum.
Face-off won by Auburn into the hands of Plymouth South.
Plymouth South's gonna do a little spinning shot there. Didn't quite get where he wanted it to go. Fight for possession. Auburn's gonna come out with it.
Fight for it along the boards here. Auburn trying to gain possession into the neutral, and they will. This is Landon Connor carrying it up along the boards.
Poked away by Plymouth South. Picked back up by Aiden Karen. Shot from the point. Zach DeLuca. A little wide left. Puck is down. Puck is good. Shot is
start.
In. Back to the student section.
Whoa. That is
going to be Landon Connor.
That is a beautiful sight right there. Seeing him flying over in a little flock.
You know, they had a few chances earlier in the second period where the puck was loose right in front of Owen Fasulo, the goaltender, and they could not capitalize on it.
Way to monopolize. I mean, that gives you chills, honestly, seeing that excitement and that electricity.
You know, hopefully this gets Auburn hype enough. Hopefully it gets them going enough that they either keep this lead and they make it bigger, or they keep it where it is and they do not let Plymouth score again.
We have time. I'd like to see him extend it.
I think, you know, when Auburn gets that big lead, I think they get a little too complacent. So I don't know if I want it to get too much bigger. LaPlante's going to knock it down. Trying to slash it out of the air as Austin Dono can't quite make it there.
Oh,
a nice
that was a bit of a tap.
Landon Connor. Or, excuse me, Ethan. Oh, nope. Wrong person again. Braden Rich. There we go.
One of the three.
Third time's a charm. That's going to be out of play. Pass up and into the net. You know, this has to fire up Plymouth South. Hopefully.
Face off at near ice here.
Yeah, I had nothing to go after that.
That's okay. I got you.
Taking the face off is going to be Eric Dupuis. Against Finn King from Plymouth. Auburn's going to win it. Sullivan O'Brien's trying to chase it down. But
grabbed by
Plymouth's going to knock it away. Stick save by LaPlante. Cycling the puck behind their crease. Plymouth's going to cycle it right back around, and Auburn's going to push it along the boards. Gets past Plymouth. Chasing it down is Sullivan O'Brien. No icing, but Auburn is going to try to regain.
There's another!
Sullivan O'Brien!
Wow!
There's a penalty.
Oh.
Gonna be a no goal. Might be a no goal. Wow. Sullivan O'Brien
I'm
is going to get a
confused.
penalty and no goal. Check. Cross-checking.
Cross-check. Checking's not a penalty. Just cross-checking.
Actually, you're not allowed to hit anymore.
No.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Sullivan O'Brien gets a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking.
That's almost heartbreaking. Like, that was a beautiful carry up the ice by him. I don't think that was a fair call at all.
Definitely see some adverse reactions from the student section.
It's okay. See if we can make it happen. Someone else on it.
So now, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will. If you get the goal and it doesn't count to your points, you have to get it back again.
You gotta do it again.
You gotta. Pass is too far away from their point. Trying to catch up. Aiden Caron's waiting in the wings, hoping that Auburn can pick it up at the neutral zone. They do not. Almost a slap shot. Pump fake.
Oh.
Pass intended to go up the middle, knocked away.
Good
Chris
defense.
Adams.
DeLuca tapping into the neutral.
Chris Adams and Zach DeLuca have been the
Really
saviors
good.
of this Auburn defense today. They've
Really
been,
good defensive pair right there.
They make very good they make very good saves using
But a little
using
over
their
a minute left
appendages.
on this penalty. Sorry for excuse me. That's
Six
Sully
save by
O'Brien.
LaPlante. Chris Adams and Zach DeLuca, they capitalize. They use what they have. They use their body. They use their skates. They use their stick, and they knock down the passes before they ever make it to LaPlante.
That's tripping.
Shot is up. Shot is good.
And
Austin
especially after
Dono.
that tripping there,
Austin-
they did get that shot back.
We did get that one. Austin Dono hits that upper left corner
and
here.
the penalty might be on the other team for this one.
Wave that penalty for a good goal. Plymouth's going to have some words with the refs here. They're going to be deliberating at center ice here.
Hey, we got the goal. you
Just
know?
under...
That's what matters.
I believe they're deliberating possession.
They were discussing whether Plymouth had possession of that puck on that penalty because that would waive it, but it would be a shorthanded goal. But yeah, I know. So yeah, this is really going to decide whether we're in the same place as we were before. Yeah.
That was a goal with a power play against them. Auburn had 4 men on the ice, and that's a shorthanded goal for Auburn. But as they're deliberating who had possession, they're going to say that Auburn had it.
It's a bit of a confusing time there, almost ending up in the same position, but we're
Auburn
back.
is still down a man for 1 minute. That's going to be a penalty for Plymouth. That was a cross-check at the face-off.
Another one.
2 men in the penalty box for cross-checking right now. It is even matched up now, 4-on-4, until Auburn gets their man back in a minute.
A little less than.
Penalty's going to be on Nick Kendall, which is not good for Plymouth considering that he's been a key playmaker for them.
This is Nathan Dono on the face-off at far ice.
Right in front of that Plymouth crease. Plymouth is going to win it. Nathan Dono is really putting his wheels on today. Auburn's fighting for possession.
30 seconds left on, Sully O'Brien's penalty.
Auburn's cycling it behind their crease. These passes are just not going anywhere.
No. I mean, we've seen that kind of the entire game, just some dead passes.
Oh,
Shot
shot
is
is
wide,
wide.
thankfully.
Very wide. I heard it hit off the boards. Did not see where it came from.
It was right in front of the in front of the goal.
Out comes Sully O'Brien, running to get his man changed.
Replaced by McDermott.
Shaw's deflected off of the stick side pad of Fasulo.
Point-to-point action here. Slap
Shot
shot.
is hard into the chest of Fasulo. That was a nice slap shot off Braden Rich. Stupid.
A little over a minute on the penalty on Nick. But right now,
Face off.
yes, there is a face-off, but I was going to say Plymouth South is still shorthanded.
Mm-hmm. Plymouth is going to get up in front of that and get that short wrist shot off. Auburn's going to recoup. They're still up a man. It is 5-on-4. Auburn has a power play, and they're trying to make the most of it.
Glove save, I think.
Sula used his glove. He kind of slapped an Auburn player on the way by.
Behind the net glove save, almost.
Hey, you know, that's Fasulo's. Right at this face-off on far ice, we have 10.5 minutes remaining in the game. The score is 3-1 Auburn. Auburn has the upper hand with a power play for the next 20 seconds. Slap shot deflected off the body of Zach DeLuca.
Really nice deflection there.
He closed it off, and there was no way he was letting that get out of there. Got a good two-hand shove. Aiden Karen lost his stick.
That was deflected off of the foot of Braden Rich.
Power play is up for Auburn. Back to 5-on-5 play. I believe that's offsides.
Yeah.
Back to even 5-on-5 play. There's 10 minutes remaining.
Almost a full change here for both teams. Good time to regroup here.
Fresh legs. Plymouth has to be scrounging to see what they can get. They have to come back. If they don't start now, if they don't shift this momentum now, then there's not a whole lot they can do. Auburn is really putting the wheels on it. They are pressing the gas. They are being where they're supposed to be. Zach DeLuca used his body again. That hit him in the hand. He is hurting.
Bit of a shake on that hand.
He's
there.
calling for a change right now. That definitely hurt. Puck is...
Hopefully he can shake that off because he's been a key defender for us today.
Definitely. Puck was stuck in the corner, but Plymouth comes out with it. They're making a charge through the neutral zone. Knocked away. It's going to be a face-off here. Face-off at center ice. Nathan Dono takes it and is going to win it for Auburn. Passing it away, Chris Adams is going to dump it down the ice. Pass up the boards for Plymouth, excuse me.
About 6 minutes into this first period.
Ooh.
Hard hit there into the
Ouch.
boards. Excuse me, did I say this first period? I meant to say this third period. About two off there.
That happens.
Offsides, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be offsides.
Student section is still up. That is a lot of standing.
Hey, when your team's doing this well in a Sweet 16 playoff game, you're gonna be up.
Hey, I mean,
the momentum's there.
We're up, unfortunately. We're standing. Face off, taken by Landon Connor. Auburn's gonna win it. Passing it in their own defensive zone. Pass up the middle. Oh!
Stick flying through the
Landon
air.
Connor takes a check and his stick goes all the way up in the sky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that had some air. We're gonna have another face-off at far ice in front of this Plymouth crease here. To the right of it, excuse me.
You know, one time I actually saw someone rip a stick out of someone's hands and just throw it through the air. That was an interesting game to watch.
Like a spear?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
This is the face-off here at Far Rise.
And Auburn's going to come out with it. Shot.
Immediate slap shot.
And it's knocked down by a defender in the middle of the zone. I think he got hit like DeLuca did, and he had to come out and take a minute.
There's a lot of just strange injuries in this game.
You know, sometimes you're using your body on the block and it doesn't go your way. Shot is up. Blocked off the left leg pad of Fasulo. And that was Aiden Karen looking to bring this lead up to 4.
Pass back into the neutral.
Ooh,
Lost
takes
it
a
in
check.
his... Kind of lost the puck there. Sully O'Brien flips that into the glove of Fasulo, excuse me. I'll get that one eventually.
Catching it in his glove is going to force a face-off to the left of the Plymouth crease. We have just about 8 minutes remaining in this third and final period. Auburn is winning, currently 3-1. Auburn's going to win that face-off too. Pass along the boards. Pass is cycled along the boards here.
It's kind of stuck there. Oh, Sullivan O'Brien went down hard.
He went down hard. Plymouth's going to come out with a 1-on-2 here. Passed up.
Missed.
Behind his man. Pass went behind Josh Romano. Could not pick it
Oof.
up. Youch.
That was astounding.
That was Liam Joyce looking to hit Emmett O'Brien, but it looked like it hurt Joyce more so than it did O'Brien. Weak shot, looking to get a line change. That's going to be icing. Going to be a face-off here at near ice. The right of the Auburn crease. We're going to see Nathan Dono opposite of number 18, Sean McNamara. Auburn gets it up to the middle. Some good stick handling by
I was
Ethan
going to
McDermott.
say, that was a nice little fake out on his part.
Trying to get that toe drag. Just gets hit into the board. That's going to be a penalty. That's a penalty.
That is.
Cross-checking. The third cross-checking
Wow,
penalty of the day.
game.
That might be on the same. Is that Nick Kendall? No.
Nope, that's Sean McNamara.
Wow. The other senior captain, one of the senior captains, excuse me, that's Sean McNamara with a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking. He will be out of the box at 5 minutes and 5 seconds. So
Auburn's
Auburn
on another power play here.
Power play.
About 7 minutes left in the game, as Kaylee said.
They didn't capitalize on their power play when they had it earlier. They had it for about a minute when their man came out of the penalty box, but didn't really get anything out of it.
Auburn's going to race down the ice for this one.
Pass up the middle. Along the boards, Plymouth's going to try to regain and recoup. Auburn tries to knock it down. Zach DeLuca's back out on the ice after coming off. I think he got a hit
In the
a
hand.
block in the hand.
Yeah, just a little shake off on that one.
McDermott gets stuck. His stick gets stuck in the air. He got a little check there, and he couldn't bring it down. He tried to get the toe of his blade and get it around his defenders, and it almost was successful, but not quite.
This is
Nathan Dono.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Nathan
cut you
Dono
off.
carrying it up the ice. Don't worry about that.
Up to the point. Point-to-point action there. Slap shot. Wide right.
DeLuca with it here. Nice shot.
Good use of his pad by Fasulo. Fasulo's going to cover it. He's going to jump on it and force a face-off. I think there's some words. Just a few words behind the
Some
net.
words,
of the
or I
Plymouth
think
crease.
sometimes you can also see the goal kind of coming out of its
True.
post, but I don't think that was it.
You know, there's exactly a minute remaining on this Auburn power play.
6 minutes left in the game. 3-1 lead. by your Auburn Rockets.
If Auburn can capitalize with this minute and score it one more to pad their lead even more.
That's a face-off won by, I believe that was an
I
Auburn
think it was
win.
Auburn, I believe, but if they can pad this lead, bringing it to 4.
That would be a nice end.
It would be great. It would be great. Another stick in the air. That's an Auburn stick. That is not an Auburn stick. Excuse me. That's the second or third stick we've seen in the air today. In this quarter.
Yeah.
Period. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep saying quarter. A
slashing penalty
on Aiden Karen. 2-minute penalty. 40 seconds remain in the Plymouth penalty. It is going to be 4-on-4 until the 5-minute mark.
That must have been how the stick ended up in the air. I'm guessing he probably slashed it up out of his hands.
We're going to see Declan Day facing Landon Connor from Auburn in this face-off to the left of the Auburn crease. Ethan LaPlante's getting ready. Plymouth's going to win it. Up to the point. Deflected. Braden Rich. Charging down the ice. Shot us up too high. Shot us up again. Plymouth's going to take it out of the middle. A big momentum shift. Plymouth's going to try to make something happen. Offsides.
That was
That's just something that as a player you need to be aware of. There's no really other way to get around it. You need to know where your men are on the ice. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remain. 25 seconds remain on the Plymouth penalty. 1:45 on the Auburn penalty. Still 4-on-4 play. Nathan Dono is going to take the face-off here. Auburn's going to win it. Dono's taking it himself. Pass up the boards. Stettenfield can't get anything going. Plymouth's going to take it right back, charging through the neutral.
Auburn defenders stacked up here. Not going to let him through.
Barely got it away from him. Dono again, Nathan. Looking to pass back to his point, but there's no one there. Diving, using his stick to poke it away, but Plymouth's still going to take it behind their own crease.
Power play is up. We have our Plymouth South player back on.
So Plymouth is now in a power play. Auburn is now down a man for the next minute. Hopefully Auburn can just recoup, be where they need to be, and keep the puck. If they keep the puck offensive in these 50 seconds and they aren't forced to be back in their own defensive zone, then it'll be a little easier on them. We're going to see a face-off here at far ice. You know, we haven't really seen Auburn capitalizing on power plays today, but you never know if you're going to see any Plymouth players utilizing their power plays. Auburn is going to win the face-off. Point's going to dump it down the boards. Trying to get a check off. I believe that's Karen.
This is a puck into the neutral zone. Chris Adams trying to pick it up.
Shot is up, deflected off the pads of Ethan McDermott.
Good stick handling there.
A good fundamental pad save right in the right corner of the crease there, excuse me.
Plymouth South trying to, shot is wide. Puck behind the goal. This is Landon Connor dishing it into the neutral. Austin Dono racing down the ice for it. Plymouth South's going to beat him to it. Auburn penalty up. Back to 5-on-5 play here.
Plymouth is down 2 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. At this point, they might not have another play other than pulling their goalie. They're pulling their goalie.
They just
Plymouth has 6 men on the ice right now. Auburn has possession in their zone.
And there's an open net here.
And there's an open net.
That's almost an unfortunate time to pull their goalie. Good save by LaPlante.
Still going to be 6 men on the ice. 3 minutes on the clock. Plymouth is down 2, and they have pulled their goalie. They have 6 men on the ice. Nathan Dono taking this face-off in front of the Auburn net. Auburn needs to get this puck out of their defensive zone. That's going to be a timeout for Plymouth. They need a game plan, and they need to stick to it, and they need to get on it fast. They have 3 minutes left to get over this 2-point gap here. We've seen it happen before. It is definitely not out of the cards here, but if they get a game plan and they find something that works, they need to stick with it. Just over 3 minutes are remaining here. Auburn also needs to have their game plan ready, not just Plymouth. Because if they let up the gas right now and they bridge that gap, they could come out on top. They've already had one upset. Plymouth has already had one upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Auburn is playing with that third period aggression that I was talking about.
Definitely.
I think they're looking really good right now.
We've got no men in the penalty box now. That's going to be the end of your timeout. Auburn is definitely a third period team. I think either they come out hot and they let up, or they come out slow and then they get that intensity going. But hopefully this is not where they lose that streak of being intense, getting the puck forward, and getting things done.
Student section is electric right now.
No goalie. Plymouth comes back out with 6 men on the ice. So if they for any reason get this puck in their own defensive zone, it might not be good for them. It certainly will not be good for them. Nathan Dono takes it. Plymouth's going to win it. Shot is up. Deflected off the body of Owen Statenfield. Plymouth's still going to have possession. Statenfield's racing, trying to regain it. Passed along the boards. Point to point. Trying to get a slap shot. Trying to find an open man. Skirts to the left of LaPlante, just wide of the goal. Plymouth puts it up. Dishes over the top bar there. Puck is heading towards the Plymouth defensive zone. If Auburn can cut it off here and make them backpedal, not what happens, though.
I was going to say that timeout was definitely coach telling him, you got to keep it in Auburn's defensive zone. You can't let them get a hold of it here, because if they do,
it's a do or die play.
It has to be.
It's do or die. If you let it up, someone's going to have to stand right in front of there and be the goalie, and then you're going to risk getting hurt. You're going to risk taking a shot to the body.
Yeah, without that padding, just got to get your stick in front of it.
They're still a minute into having no goalie.
They had, a little too many men there.
They had 7 on the ice.
They did have 7 on the ice.
That is interesting.
Really?
Student section's up against the glass. Another face-off in the Auburn zone here.
Again by Nathan Dono.
Dono's going to win it for Auburn. A lot of aggression coming out for Plymouth. They're coming out hot.
About 2 minutes left here.
Shot from Plymouth. You deflected out of the body. Wyatt Zalneritis gets down on it. Zalneritis is using his hands. Zalneritis has no stick.
Little shove.
He picks it up by the toe. He is
Really?
planted in front of that goal. He is trying to make Ethan LaPlante's job as easy as possible. Auburn cannot get the puck out of their defensive zone.
That is
A
beautiful
good
defense,
skate
though.
save by Zalneritis. He is putting in that work. Shot is
That's going to be an
Nathan Dono. Open goal.
That just, if that doesn't seal it in, I don't know what does.
That is an empty net goal from Nathan Dono. That is his second of the day.
I think it is.
He had the first one. He has this one. That brings Auburn's lead up to 4-1. A minute 30 remains on the clock. Plymouth is going to bring their goalie back in, bringing it back to 5-on-5 play. And now instead of being down 2, they're down 3. Hearing some chants from the student section here, they are very pleased with that. That was just good puck placement by Nathan Dono.
I'm waiting to see the wave from them. They're really energetic right now.
It was a good dish. It went right where he wanted it to go, and with no one back there to play defense.
Face-off won by Plymouth South.
No Plymouth man back there to play defense.
That just was a great angle.
Glove
Glove save.
Gonna catch it in his glove. Gonna force a face-off on this close ice to the left of this Auburn crease here. It's 5-on-5. They pull their goalie again.
Wow.
6-on-5 play.
They're just looking for another open net goal.
Well, they do not have another choice.
Yeah.
Obviously, having 5 men out there is not working. They're taking their chances. Auburn's gonna poke it away. I believe that's gonna be an icing call. Plymouth couldn't quite get there. The face-off is gonna be in the Auburn defensive zone. Luckily enough for them. Luckily enough for Plymouth, I should say. You've got just over a minute on the clock. Just about 75 seconds remaining. Landon Connor is going to take this face-off opposite of Logan Sousa. He's telling Sousa to back up. Plymouth's going to win it regardless. Slap shot off the body of 2 Auburn defensemen wide left of LaPlante. I think they just said hit the showers. I think that's what they just said.
Minute left here. That's going to be offsides?
Some of the student sections just get really interesting. That is going to be an offsides, I believe. I'm going to force another face-off here. Under a minute, 57 seconds on the clock. Auburn is up 4-1. This might bring Auburn into the round of 8. The Elite 8, I should say. Auburn's going to pass it off the boards, just looking to keep it away from their goal. You're hearing, hey, hey, goodbye from the Auburn student section. 41 seconds. Open
my gosh! That was
Ethan
lightning
McDermott.
Quick, too.
Ethan McDermott, empty net goal to bring their lead up to 5-1.
This is comical at this point.
That was a little unnecessary, but...
Unnecessary? Maybe, but gorgeous. Beautiful goal.
It was just a dot. It was a dime right into the back of that net there.
It hit the center line, and it had speed.
It was gorgeous.
He took a slap shot on
it. It was
empty
gorgeous.
net.
I can't even lie. Goalie is back.
Oh, they're just really dodging them back and
know,
forth here. Face off,
back to 5-on-5
center ice.
play for the final 38 seconds. Auburn just
Jonathan Roachford, sophomore on the ice.
Just trying to keep their the puck out of their own defensive zone here. Auburn's just trying to dish it away. A pass intended to move it up the ice just hits the left side of the net. Doesn't quite reach Ethan LaPlante. 14 seconds and counting. I think they just said, who's your daddy? I can't even lie. LaPlante is going to skirt wide right. He's going to use his stick to poke it away. Knock down kind of like a baseball bat. And that's game.
Wow.
Student
we will
section
see you
roaring.
in Woburn on Wednesday.
Here they come.
Elite 8 round of the
We're playing the
playoffs.
number 1 seed,
Tewksbury.
Tewksbury.
Oh, and that is a huddle there on the boards in front of the student section.
Props to Plymouth for their upset versus King Philip. Auburn, they're moving on to the Elite 8, that 3rd round of playoffs.
Final
for the
score,
first time in a long time.
Final score 5-1.
Thank you for joining us. See you on Wednesday, 5 p.m. I'm Kaylee Papirski.
I'm Brianna Landry.
Thank you for joining.